Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert, December 11th, 2021. We're heading down to the garden house, and this will be the first time I've been in here today. But this morning, when I got up, it was 23 degrees outside. Yeah, 23 degrees. Brrrr. Whoa. So I didn't even leave my cabin until 9:30, which time I went down to the post office and checked my mail and picked up a few things at the little grocery store there. Well, let's go in here and see what's going on. Well, it looks like my zucchini took a hit. A little on the wilted side. Didn't like that extreme cold. It looks like the tomato plants took a hit. I got tomato plant laying on the ground there, and over there, well, the kale and the spinach and the radishes look fine. But yeah, this poor tomato plant, it's really taken a bad hit. So I don't know. It's supposed to get cold again, and we've actually got a major freeze warning out here for the whole next week. I mean, starting tonight, and well, starting last night, and going all the way through next week to next weekend. And yeah, this tomato plant is all wilted down. Got all the nice little tomatoes on there. But I don't think it'll survive past tonight if it gets down again cold. And there's just nothing I can do, even covering it with plastic. If it's getting down into the low 20s, covering it with plastic's not going to help. The garlic seems to have done okay and got through it. And my peppers, they took a hit. You can see they're all wilted, all droopy. So I'll have to grab a bag and take these peppers off and bring them in. Not nice. Went from nice springtime weather type and dove right down into the freezings. Well, let's see how the fruit trees did in here. It didn't seem to bother the apples much. They're doing fine. The citrus looks okay too. I got a few burnt leaves on those right there, but it doesn't look like anything really major damage to them. So I got my little torches set up here to keep it warm in here, and I don't know. I think I'm gonna just wing it. I'm going to close this door and let some of this heat stay in here and see if that helps at all, because I don't think I can run those torches all day and all night for a week. Yeah, let's see. That's pretty good right there. Let's see if that helps any. I've got a remote meter inside the cabin that'll tell me how the temperature is doing. Potato plants took a hit too. Yep, definitely got cold last night. Oh, even my wow, all my basil. Oh my gosh, the basil looks terrible. Yeah, cilantro didn't bother it. Doesn't matter to the cilantro. Cold weather plants, they like it. Anyway, got some tomatoes laying on the ground there too. And I'm not a big fan of fried green tomatoes, but I don't know. The chickens might like them. I'll chop them up in little diced pieces of tomato and toss them in. And this pear tree is finally starting to drop its leaves. So it looks like everything's going to go into dormancy. And then I'll have to move on from there. Yeah, the apple leaves dropped off of both the Sharon apple and the Fuji apple. Cold, cold, cold. So anyway, that's what's been going on here. My friend and neighbor John came down to pick up the firewood for the lady neighbor up the road, because I don't know why she didn't show up yesterday, but she said something about a doctor's appointment, so I guess she wasn't feeling well enough to come down, so John did it instead. And we were chit-chatting over here about gold prospecting and finding the gold over here in my pond area that's been dried, which, by the way, might get filled up this coming week, because there is a atmospheric river system heading right for the high desert here. And now they're talking anywhere starting from a ½ an inch up to 2 inches of precipitation coming our way. And temperatures dropping down low enough to possibly get some snow here in the desert too. So a little lingering effect from Pierre from Heat Seeker Bus. He left some over here in 2020. Teasing Pierre. Anyway, we were talking, and I was showing him how I walk around here, and there's little pieces of quartz everywhere, just like this right here. I mean, my property is loaded with little chunks of quartz. So I picked one up and I looked at it, and lo and behold, right in one side of it, not this one, but in one side of it, I saw a little gold speck. So we took it over and got my rock crusher out, and I crushed the rock. And here in the pan, let me get my pen out here. Yeah, there we go. So here in the pan, I had panned out, crushed the rock and panned it all out. And right there is that little speck of gold. You can see it. And we're in the shade here. We're not in the sun. Remember, I told you the way to tell if it's real gold or fool's gold is if you look at it in the sun and it looks gold, take it into the shade. If it hasn't changed color or changed brilliance, it's definitely gold. So that's my little speck of gold right there, was in that piece of quartz. So pretty cool, huh? One little speck in a little piece of quartz that I picked up walking back from the pond area. And I've got a bunch of those that I've picked up along the way. I'll show you that in a minute here. Every time I would go between the container and the outhouse, or the container and the camper, whatever, I'd look and I'd see stuff on the ground. So I'd pick them up and I'd bring them all here. So I got everything here. Now this one I picked up, and let's see. Yeah, somewhere on this I saw a little speck. Oh, I think it was right in that crack right there, right by my thumb. So I'm gonna crack that one open and see what's going on with it. And I got all these others here too that I got to go through. So this is some looks like almost granite or decomposed quartz. But yeah, look at all the mineralization in this stuff. I mean, that's quartz, and then there's all that mineralization in it. So yeah, I'm going to run these all through the crusher. Sawdust is here because I cut up all that firewood for my neighbor. I just put the tools away because it's starting to get cold out here. And yeah, a lot of quartz with red in it like this. a lot of red. And Ask Jeff Williams said one time, the redder the better. So anyway, didn't get to tear any more pallets apart today, but I'll get to those as soon as the weather breaks. It's really getting cold out here right now. As you can see, no wind, but temperatures are dropping really, really fast. And my propane tank that I've had hooked up since January of 2021 is when I changed it over, and I put tank number 1 on the line. So tanks number 2 and 3 were still full. And today, while making breakfast this morning, tank number 1 ran out. So I have to run this one down and get it refilled. And that'll leave me 3 100-pound tanks going into the winter here. So I just hooked this up this morning, and I haven't marked anywhere yet. So let me put here number 2. Well, let me see if I get it. Number 2, 12, 11. Okay. So I keep track that way of how long the tank lasts. Now, of course, during the summer, the only thing that's used is the hot water heater and the stove for cooking. But in the winter time, I turn on my 30,000 BTU wall heater to keep the cabin warm, and I don't have to crawl out of bed and turn into a ice figure. Because, oh, there's Tomcat. How you doing, buddy, Tomcat? Laying in the sun again, getting yourself warm? Yeah. So I was asked today how many colors he has. 3. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 colors on him, actually. So, yeah. That's old Tomcat, and as you notice, he doesn't run away from me anymore. He knows I'm not here to hurt him or bother him. He gets to do his thing whenever he wants to. All right, everybody, that's all I have for today. Thanks for joining me. Don't forget your thumbs up down there. Don't forget to subscribe and share. G Bear, signing off.